Man, I really need to clean today. Let me just pop on a Garand Thumb video so I can clean. All right. That one looks good. All right, let's grab the broom.
12 hours later.
Talk a little bit about camouflage. My hair gets messed up by this wind. Now, when it comes to camouflage, of course, we're
Gentlemen, ladies, and often forgotten, but not by me, slick plate carrier enjoyers, welcome back to the channel. As you could probably tell by the title, thumbnail, or the super cool intro I filmed this morning in my Nike sweat shorts, that today's video is going to be about the Onward Research Recce rig. Now, I know this rig is getting kind of up there in age. We're at about, what, 3 years now? Something like that. I finally got my hands on one. I got it in an auction on a Discord server, and I wanted to run it through you guys. I've been looking at this thing for years now. I really love it. I really love who created it. It's one of my favorite gun tubers of all time. Glazing aside, I think this is actually just a super dope chest rig. I've got some things I really love about it. I've got a couple things that I a little bit dislike about it, but I wouldn't say it's a make it a no, right? It's not going to be a hard no for me. Just a little things that I would prefer, maybe something different. So let's jump right into this, guys. Starting off on the front, we've got our 4 sewn in style mag carriers. These are doubles, so you can fit 8 AR-15 mags in here. You can run some AK mags as well, but those will only be singles if you're running 7.62 stuff. So what I really like about the mag carriers first, you see a lot of the Condor or Eagle double M4 mag carriers, the issued stuff, things like that, and they hold 2 mags, but if you only have 1 mag in there, they flap around, they don't feel as good, and it's just not great retention. So the first thing I really like about these is they are the better style with the elastic. So you've got an elastic piece that goes around here, allowing you to fit 1 mag comfortably or expand and shove the second one in. That way, when you draw your second mag, this pouch is going to suck down onto the first mag, really keeping that thing in there tight. So as you can see here, I've got this pouch open. If I was gunfighting or walking through the woods or doing drills on the range, whatever that may be, flat range LARPing, I'm probably going to tuck this first flat because this would be my ready mag, my go-to mag for the first reload. Because this is a recce style reconnaissance, reconnoitering, if you will, recon style rig. This is something that for the armed civilian, prepared civilian, warfighter far away, contractor, whatever, this is going to work for everybody. They've got a lot of colors. And with that being said, this isn't something that I'm probably going to ever run a battle belt with. So I do have my appendix carry. If I was out hiking, messing around in the woods, something like that, and I wanted to wear this, probably just going to keep my concealed carry on me. Works really well. And these pouches, they are sewn in. They're not going anywhere. You don't have any of that molly flap or malice clip flap. Everything's going to stay true to where you want it and place it. So, ready mag, like I said, for reloads when I'm LARPing. In this pouch, I've also got a single mag, but I've got the flap closed. It's going to help keep a little bit of rain out of there, snow out of there, ice, depending on the elements that you're in. This is going to help kind of keep your gear a little bit safer from the elements, as well as if you're running off through the woods, running down a trail, doing whatever you're doing, you're not going to lose this mag. If I'm running too much, this may go flying, right? And then in the third pouch here, I've stuffed 2 mags, and you can see they draw just as easily We've got a really tall female Velcro flap here and a very large flap. Now these are non-adjustable. These flaps are sewn in. Some pouches you can adjust the height, whatever, or bring it shorter in. These are non-adjustable. But as you can see there, I can still draw the second mag easy. Like I said earlier, that elastic is going to suck that pouch together onto the single mag that's still left in there. And then on my fourth pouch here, I've just got a little bit of vision. Just got a 3x magnifier in here right now. I could slap it on my gun with the Unity QD FTC mount, but I like it here. This isn't something that's really set up great for binoculars out of the box or binos, or even you could run a Vortex 8 times or a laser rangefinder in here, something like that. All those things are going to fit. I just happen to have this 3X with me because it mounts on my gun, and it's zero to that gun, and it's always held zero pretty well. So I keep that right here. If I'm out, looking for deer trails, looking for sheds, things like that, I can take that out, do a quick scan after I get to where I'm going, check those things out, still have my mags. So we discussed the mag pouches. That is the main piece of this chest rig, right? Being a quad flap, if you will. The other thing, so you can fit 2 AR mags in here, which is really dope. You can also fit up to 4 of your favorite lip pillow tins in here, which I think is dope. Now, do you need 4? Probably not. But is it cool? Yes. You're also going to be able to fit a 16-ounce water bottle in here. I'm not sure if the 16-ounce Nalgene's fit, but I imagine they probably do because of the elastic. But your normal, 30-pack of water bottles that you can get for like $8, those are going to fit in here. It's got some loops, if you feel like doing stuff with that. And then on the sides here, you are going to have two rows of two rows of Molly. So this is my first con, I guess, on the Onward Research Recce rig. So the first thing I don't like is I wish there was just that third row. Now, for you skinnier guys, I'm pretty big, I'm pretty wide. 2 rows, if I had the extra third there, I'm not really going past that middle line, that 180 of my body, if you will. And so it just opens up more pouch options for you over here. Now, with the 2 rows of Molly, you can still fit things like smoke pouches, flashbang pouches, TKO pouches, tourniquet pouches, spud pouches. The Spirit Systems Nalgene pouch is 2 rows. That's a little big probably for me. I wouldn't want to walk around with a 32-ounce Nalgene on here, but that is an option. All of the Onward Research pouches fit, so the Chub pouch, the Clinch pouch, I guess they only have 2, which actually brings me into my second con of the Onward Research Recce rig. So the second thing that I kind of dislike about the rig, it's not really the rig so much as the options provided by the company that makes it. So the Chub pouch and Clinch pouch don't come in a wide array of colors. I think you're limited to multicam and Ranger Green. And Ranger Green on M81 looks great, let's be honest. But I just wish they had M81 options for those of us that get a little on the TISM side, just to be able to kind of match this thing out and get that full drip for our Instagram pictures, right? So Ranger Green looks dope. I have the Simp pouch. I really love the Simp pouch, which is another added bonus to this rig that we'll get into. But so the 2 rows, I just wish it had a third row. And I know I'm not the first one to say this. I'm probably the 100th person to say this at this point. I wish it had a third row. Now, another pro for this rig is going to be these straps. We got some really wide H-harness style straps with a Velcro spot on the rear for identifiers, which is really cool, or just cool patches if you want. And I really like this because this isn't necessarily moly webbing, but you got some webbing on here for routing comms cables. You could stick a radio in this far pouch. You could stick it on this side if you've got a 2 moly radio pouch. I believe the 152 pouches are going to work. Any Baofeng pouch will work, as well as the Ferro Concepts wing things. You can run those on the inside, and it would sit probably about, a little bit over and down of your nipples. So you can run a pouch right here for a radio. You'll be able to run your comms up, keep those nice and tight together, as well as we've got some one wrap style connection points about the collarbone section. So if you want to run a drinking tube, you can run that. If you want to run your comms through here, maybe from a backpack, whatever, you can do that as well, which is really cool. You've got plenty of space for your push-to-talks Love that. So really, I mean, it's designed perfect. I really do love this rig, and that's not me glazing him. I do actually really like this. I always find myself trying out minimalist chest rigs because those are all the rage. But the sustainment style rigs have just always been something that I've been drawn back to, and that are my favorite. So the straps are great. The buckles are great. I do wish they had the elastic pieces, kind of like the Spiritus harnesses have, where it covers your buckles. Not that I think I'm going to unclip these buckles on accident anytime I'm moving around. I just think it's a neat bonus. And you could always just throw Spiritus straps on this if you will. If you want, they will work. The adjustment points are really easy. You've got a nice back strap with double sliders in the middle. You can adjust it any way which you please. And I don't believe I even had to tape anything up. I really hate when I have danglies all over chest rigs, plate carriers, assault packs, rucks, etc. I really hate that. And the back strap, the big thing I like is I didn't have to goon tape or 500-mile-an-hour tape all of that extra strap up. So I really like the slider style. It's really cool. It works really well. And I think the adjustments on this are one of the better ones that I've ever ran. And then, that's basically it, guys. Like, we're not working with a lot here, but I feel like we've truly got everything we need and nothing we don't. So a couple extra features real quick. We do have a map pouch right here. You can throw your can of provisions, water decon kit in there. You can throw maps in there, sensitive items, write in the rain books, pens, stuff like that. It's going to keep it protected from the elements with the Velcro seal. It's easy to get to. It's not cumbersome. And it is a pretty deep pocket. I believe it goes, yeah, so I'm touching finger to finger here. It goes all the way down the height of the pouch as well as very wide. So you can fit some larger items in here if you really wanted to. Now, I'm probably not going to put a compass in here because I think that would push on my body too much. But you can fit a lot of things that you need to fit in here. Like I said, the can of provisions, you could put some chest seals in here if you wanted to run some extra medical. And then on the back here, we do have the pretty typical now full Velcro cover on the back of this chest rig, so you can run your danglers. Onward Research makes a simp pouch and a pimp pouch. I'll probably be picking up the pimp pouch. It does come in M81 Woodland, which is pretty cool. It gives you a little bit more space, which is nice if you need to stuff stuff in. But remember, guys, you give a man a pouch, he will fill that pouch. Not every pouch needs to be filled all the time, guys. We're just adding weight to what we're carrying around in the woods while we're LARPing, pretending that we are Garand Thumb. So I like that. I think that's a pretty standard feature. Basically, any chest rig nowadays probably shouldn't come without that. That's going to allow us to run our wing things, our knife nooks if we wish to, simp pouch, pimp pouch, any other danglers. Pharaoh Roll 1 would go great on the front of this, just to have a nice little rolled up IFAK here. The Spiritus muff pouch for these colder months that we're getting into is also really cool. Keep your hands warm. You can put some hot hands in there. Stay warm, stay in the fight. Those things are really cool, guys. So that's pretty much it for the Onward Research Recce rig. I think I basically covered anything. If you guys have any questions in the comments, put them in the comments. That sounded kind of dumb, but if you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments. Drop me a like on this video. Subscribe to this channel for more gear reviews and someone who likes to run stuff and do stuff and tear it apart. That is truly one of my favorite things in the world, is just destroying things that other people have carefully handcrafted for me. So I love this rig. No glaze. They didn't send me this. I'm not getting paid by them. I just really enjoy it. Thanks so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you next time.